The Ravens went into Buffalo and extended their winning streak to 9 games. MVP frontrunner Lamar Jackson only had 185 total yards and threw a pick, but the Baltimore QB did find the end zone 3 times through the air, leading the Ravens to the 24-17 win. So, Shannon, how impressive was Lamar yesterday?
I thought he was very impressive. I think he sold up the MVP with that performance to go on the road and do what he's done. I mean, you look at what he's done over the last couple of weeks, beat an undefeated Patriots team, one-loss team, and the 49ers did them in, went to did the number on Deshaun, goes to Buffalo, who might be one of the hottest teams playing in the AFC with a top defense. And like you said, his numbers were not overwhelming. But in those conditions, I think the wind was gusting up to 20, 25 miles an hour to somehow find a way to throw the ball in the end zone. And you can tell early on the way Buffalo was going to approach this game. There's like, Baltimore, if you win this game, you're going to win it on the arm of Lamar Jackson throwing, not on his running ability. They started trying to condense the field. They started firing the corners off the edge to contain him, to keep him in the pocket, and they wanted him to throw the ball from the pocket. So I thought he did an unbelievable job. He didn't force anything. He did have the one interception. But I thought given those conditions, to come away with 3 touchdown passes and what they were able to do, Buffalo's a playoff caliber team. And those are the type teams that give you more and more confidence. Because over the last 4 weeks, they've beaten all teams that's going to be in the playoffs, from New England to 49ers to the Texans to Buffalo. And Deshaun and Lamar is just getting more and more confident.
Sure.
I was very, very impressed with what I saw yesterday, considering they took away his legs and they took away, for the most part, the running game. For him to do what he did and for them to find a way to win, kudos. Lamar Jackson right now. I don't know if anybody, unless he just falls flat on his face, Skip, I don't think anybody can catch him in the MVP race.
I would agree with that takeaway. But just to put this in perspective, his numbers yesterday, Lamar's, by his standards, were pretty awful because he goes, what was it, 14 of, I'm sorry,
16 to 25.
16, I couldn't read my own writing.
16
to 25, but remember, one throw went for 61 yards. So his grand total of 145 yards passing, if you take away the 61, that means he was 11 for, I'm sorry, that's his running, 15 for 84, right? Which is pretty awful. And his running was 11 for 40 yards. That's 3.6 yards per carry, which is not what we have seen. I think he's the best running back in football.
You do know that same defense held Tom Brady to 10 points, and Tom Brady had 22 incompletions. So was Tom Brady awful?
No. He was
he was not awful. Oh, okay. I'm just making sure, Jenny, we're on the same page, because that's what Tom Brady did against that defense. 10 points.
His QBR, Lamar's, yesterday was a grand total of 35, which was his second worst of the season. And yet, to your point, it was windy. I don't know how you knew it was windy, unless you turned up the sound. How did you?
They do show at the bottom.
You can see it.
Do they?
Yeah. You saw those flags gusting at the top. And I've played in Buffalo before, so it gets very windy.
Well, every time it's windy for Tom Brady, you say, I don't know anything about any wind.
Whoa. When it's windy for Tom Brady, he doesn't throw 3 touchdowns. He throws picks.
Well, he doesn't throw a lot of picks.
Yeah, he does.
So the point is, Buffalo, I told you Friday, they were going to slow him down. In fact, I told you, and I was wrong about the outcome, but I said Buffalo will do the biggest number on Lamar anybody will do all year.
Okay.
They're 3rd in points allowed and 3rd in yards allowed, and that's how they looked yesterday on defense, because he had a hard time. But he did make those 3 throws, and they're big little passes in what became a big little victory for Baltimore. But the first one is like a little option toss to one of the tight ends, Boyle. And that was really good. And then that's against the wind. That's into the wind. And he just throws a laser to Hayden Hurst for 61 yards. And then this is his best decision of the day. That's a hard throw against a packed-in defense down near the goal line to Snead. So he makes 3 throws that turn the tide in the game. But I got to give it up to the Baltimore defense, because they turned Josh Allen into what you called him earlier in the year. You said he's worse than an amoeba. And yesterday he looked, for most of the game, worse than an amoeba, because he had a QBR of 14, which was the worst of the whole NFL week. So what happened in the end? Josh Allen came back to life, and he actually got them back into a position to win the game, or at least tie it and go to overtime. And I thought he made a good throw to John Brown, which would have been the game tire maybe, or depending if they went for 2. But again, Marcus Peters came up big. So he can make plays like the one you see at the goal line, but you have to put up with all of his antics, and you have to put up with all of his lapses because he's going to have lapses.
He's going to be out of position a couple of times.
Yep. As we saw against San Francisco the week before, he blew a touchdown pass, then he gave a half-hearted attempt on the tackle. But he can make plays like that because he was all over the throw and made it look effortless. He just sort of nonchalantly reaches out and knocks the ball down.
Right.
Okay.
But when you look at this game, and you knew it was going to be tough, and if whatever you do really well, I'm going to try and take that away. Okay, you run the football well, and people I'm not so sure people are still convinced that Lamar Jackson long-term can throw the football. So I'm going to make him throw it. I'm going to make him, I'm going to, look, it's kind of like with Dak. If you can throw for 350, because we're going to shut this running game down, we're going to come to the middle of the field and you beat us, hell of a game, son. But I told you what the final score is going to be. I picked, if I didn't know better, I said Baltimore 24-17. Did you read that score for me one time?
Wait a second.
Did you pick that?
I picked it.
Really?
Yes.
You finally got one right. We should throw a party.
Do we get extra points for that?
There you go.
That should be like 10 cases. That should be like 10 cases.
It was no cases.
Because you didn't want to bet it, you were scared.
If you guys get it that right.
You didn't propose.
I'll say well done.
You know what? But I mean, and we're sneezing at 118 yards on the ground, Skip, considering they run for over 200 a game. But Buffalo says we're not going to let you, Baltimore Ravens, led by Lamar Jackson, Gus Edwards, and Mark Ingram, you're not going to run the football today. Now, if you want to throw the ball over the yard in these windy conditions, so be it. But I just saw Tom Brady go to that same place with the wings just like that and score 10 points and have over 20 incompleted passes. And Skip Bayless said, given the circumstances, he played unbelievable. But then he said by Lamar Jackson's standard, he played bad.
Well,
now I'm trying to confuse you.
Lamar's the runaway MVP.
Yes.
It took you weeks to come around.
Whoa.
I was the one who kept saying, like 6 weeks ago, I said, this guy's the MVP.
Whoa.
You said Russell Wilson.
Hold on,
Did you see Russell Wilson last
hold on, time out. You've been telling me since we've been on here, Tom Brady is the runaway GOAT. So which is better? Which has higher value? Runaway MVP or runaway GOAT?
Well, obviously the runaway GOAT.
Okay, then. It was the runaway GOAT got pinned in Buffalo and scored 10 points.
Who won it?
They won.
Did he, wait, the Patriot, he made all the throws you had to make?
Oh, he made all the throws.
Just like Lamar did.
No, Skip. He had one touchdown. My guy had 3.
Okay.
Your guy had a terrible QBR too. If I'm not mistaken, your quarterback might have had a lower QBR than what Lamar Jackson had in that game. I didn't get a chance to look it up. I'll make sure I have it next time we come out.
I'm not sure. 35 is pretty low.
Yeah, but you Skip, your guy had 20 incompletions with a touchdown and a pick.
Yep.
Yeah, it can't be much higher.
Buffalo's really good.
Oh, they're really so.
Did you see what Buffalo did to my team on its stage?
Everybody does that to your team. You make it seem like that's some unbelievable feat. Your team stinks.
We'll see about that. My team's in first place. How about your team, the Eagles?
No.
They're in second place.
Oh, my team, the Ravens, are in first place.
You know, if you ain't first, you're last.
Whatever.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what
all I'm saying is that Lamar Jackson did what he needed to do. He put the ball into the end zone 3 times. Field goals would not have done it.
That's true.
That's what your guy needs to understand.
Well,
get the ball in the end zone and stop.
Weeks that Lamar is the runaway MVP, and furthermore, his team is the runaway best team in all of football, and I think it's not even close. They are separating.
Whoa. We're not talking about that. No.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
No.
That was a great defensive effort because Josh Allen's been coming around.
Yeah.
He's better than an amoeba that you.
Everybody comes around against your defense. Did you see Trubisky?
Yeah.
Now they're getting ready to offer Trubisky a contract.
Now
About Baltimore.
Well, you the one that brought up your team.
Not then. I did.
No, you did. You said you see what he did
Is
against
Baltimore
my team?
the best team?
Right now.
Yeah, I'll probably say so. Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah, probably say so.
Who's
yeah.
close?
They're playing.
I know who's
Packers?
not. I know who's not.
Yeah.
I know who's not the best team.
Who?
I know who's not the second best team in the AFC.
Well, who's the second best team?
Not you guys.
Oh, okay.
Anybody other than Tom.
Best team.
Well, write him off. You say he's washed up, so there's no way anybody's going to sign him.
He
next
will
year.
not be back in New England.
Really? So you are predicting that Jared Stidham is the next starting quarterback next year for the Patriots?
Hey,
we want to bet on that?
We about to have.
You want to bet on that?
I know Tom
How many
Brady
cases
will be.
you want to bet on
Tom Brady will not be.
I am proposing a bet right here, right now.
20 cases.
I will bet you 10 cases
20.
that Jared Stidham is not the starting quarterback next year.
I bet you
Wanna
20
do it?
cases Tom Brady will not be the starter in New England.
Okay. 20. I'll take that
20.
right now.
20.
Yep, I got it.
You need to read
That's
that.
the biggest bet we've ever had around here?
Yep.
20 cases?
You saw that. You saw that.
I'm up like 38, so I think I'm pretty good.
Hey, and you see Tom Sr. on there? It's not going to be Tommy's decision. It's going to be crying. Crying.
There's definitely a story.
Yeah, everybody know what's up.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody knows the Belichick might not be back.
You want to bet something on that?
What does he let this roster fall to?
The roster is great.
It is terrible.
Defense is unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. They got
Defense
difference
is
makers
unbelievable.
everywhere. They can really rush the passer. Not.
They don't need to rush the passer because they lock people down.
Oh, do they? Yeah.
All I know is they're giving up less than 13 points a game. There not been very many teams in history that's given up that over an entire season.
Well,
That's where they are.
You told me all year they're overrated, said the Hall of Famer.
I said, Skip.
Overrated defense of the Patriots, said the Hall of Famer.
There you go. See?
No, I'm not going anywhere.
No.
I'm just quoting you.
I said they're overrated when you compare them to a historic, the 70 Steelers, the 2000 Ravens, the 85 Bears. I say they're not that. I say they're a very good defense.
Somebody just moonwalked.
No, I did not. No.
Skip.
Hold on. Time out, Skip.
You're saying they haven't played anybody.
Exactly. Thank you.
Right?
And what did we see? When they play somebody that got receivers, they played the Houston Texans, what happened? They played Lamar Jackson, what happened?
Okay.
They played my homeboy. They caught L's against quarterbacks and receivers.
Well, then they're overrated.
Oh, my God.
Huh. Interesting.
Oh, my goodness.
Very interesting.
No, I tell you what's overrated. Tom Brady's played this year. Talk about that.
I've been talking about
No, you're not. You talk, given the circumstances, you make every excuse. It's the offensive line, it's the running back, it's the wide receivers. But that blame goes on Tom Brady's shoulder.
Patriot Nation, get ready for Jared Stidham, game 1 next year.
Hey,
good luck and God bless.
He can't be any worse than what Tom is doing right now. No worse whatsoever.
Got 20 cases on it now.
No worse.
It's been said around here. Shall we move on to a different game that, the offense was a lot more impressive for this one. The Saints and 49ers turned out to be the offensive game of the day yesterday. 55 total points were put up in the first half alone between the two teams. The Saints took the lead with